What is up, guys? Robert here, bringing you another video. Today I want to go over the shocking news of physical game sales on PS5. Let's get started, guys. Sony recently released their new financial report, and they had a breakdown of percentages of what the games were, what percentages of sales. And according to this report, only 3% is physical game sales. So it's dropping off. That it looks like more digital is going to be pushing out. In this article, the revenue for the prior year was about 3%, so 945 million, which is still a good amount in my opinion, but this only makes up physical software. So it only counts for all first-party and third-party games purchased on the PlayStation Store, and so it's the revenue that they would be able to get from that. So it seems like that Sony kind of skewed the numbers a little bit, but it seems like that right now digital market is bringing in a lot more than physical copies. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on that? As you can see, I have my physical copies. You can see inside, you can see my collection right there. I'm a physical game collector. I love to be able to collect the games, but it seems like that a new direction of gaming is starting to happen, that more people are buying more physical copies than they are digital, and digital more than physical. And but I'm curious to know though, what is the percentage of digital sales per gamer versus the total amount? Because yeah, you could say that, let's say, the remaining percentage is 97% is everything else besides physical, but is maybe you're having the gamer buy just your subscription, maybe one game that they like, a Call of Duty, let's just say, or maybe one of the first party shooters that you have, Fairpoint, or Concord, let's just say, but something like that. And they spend most of their time, most of their money into buying DLCs and things like that towards those games. Maybe they'll dabble into like single player games, but other than that, like, I'm curious to know, is all the purchases just physical copies from, digital copies from, gamers of what they're going to be able to get and what they like? But there's a breakdown. I'll have it up on the screen, but you can see that it seems like the physical market is starting to be less than what it was like. I remember back in the day, everybody would be talking about getting physical copies, and you could take those physical copies and go to GameStop or somewhere and be able to buy, trade that in, get your $30 and then put it towards a new game. But you can't do that with digital sales. But here, look, check out this breakdown. So the revenue breakdown of for 2024 that Sony did on this report: add-on content was 29%, hardware 24%, digital software 20%, network services 14%. They had other, which was 10%, which is SIE published games and add-on content outside of PlayStation consoles, and then physical software 3%. So I know when we are starting to go into the PS6 market, rumor is that they're having the removable disc drive like they did with the Pro and the Slim models, but it's shocking to me. Nobody wants to buy physical copies anymore. And I mean, what does that say about your physical media these days? Are we not going to have a lot of games going into the PS6 that we can have in our collection? Maybe want to be able to play later and be able to enjoy them some other time. You find a sale of game you like, maybe you want to collect all the Final Fantasies, but it seems like at this point, Sony's business model isn't wanting to have a lot of physical because they only make 3%, which isn't good, guys. But let me know your thoughts on it. As somebody who is a collector myself, I totally want the physical copies, but what about you? Are you a digital gamer or are you a physical gamer? Let's talk about it in the comments, guys. And thank you so much. I wanted to break this article down a little bit. I thought it was kind of shocking that only 3% of physical media that Sony did, and that's just Sony games. We don't know about anybody else's games, but just Sony in general, that's what it is. But you know what, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment, because I read your comments, and let me know, are you a digital gamer or a physical gamer? And you know, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you guys, and remember, keep gaming. Thanks, guys.